what is stomach acid, what does it do, and how does it work? So stomach acid is hydrochloric acid. So this is an acid secreted by cells within the stomach lining, and the pH of stomach acid is around about 1.5 to 3.5, which means it's highly, highly acidic, and it's actually your first line of defense system within the body. So the reason, so how it's made is it's secreted by a parietal cell in the stomach. So it's some cell that sits in the epithelial lining of the stomach, and this secretes stomach acid. And it's stimulated by something called gastrin, also by histamine, and also by the vagus nerve. So I am going to do a vagus nerve video very soon, so watch out for that one. And also there's certain minerals and vitamins that are required to actually make stomach acid, like of zinc, magnesium, B vitamins. And also it needs a optimal mineral balance in order to function. So things that actually suppress stomach acid, the main one is stress. Yeah. Also, aging can suppress stomach acid. The older we get, the less functioning cells get. And also, obviously, processed foods and alcohol. Processed foods and alcohol will end up, if we eat and drink these in excess, it'll lead to something called hypochlorhydria. So hypochlorhydria is low stomach acid. And the symptoms of low stomach acid, the main ones that I see are heartburn, acid reflux, upper abdominal bloating, loss of desire to consume meats. Them are the main three that I see. And this leads me to my next point about loss of desire to consume meats, because what stomach acid does and what its job is, one of them is to actually digest protein. So how that happens is, so when we eat protein and it goes down into the stomach and stomach acid's secreted, the stomach acid starts breaking down protein. So imagine a protein molecule and imagine it has a layer around it, like an onion. And what stomach acid does is it converts pepsinogen into pepsin, and pepsin's the digestive enzyme that peels the first layer back so that the protein or amino acid can then be broken down. So it plays a major role in breaking down protein. So if you're somebody who wants to build muscle or even lose body fat, because losing body fat requires you maintaining muscle tissue, if you have low stomach acid, then you won't do this as effectively. So that's why we at Transcend massively zone in on whether people have got low stomach acid or not. And that leads to my second point, and the big reason why is that what stomach acid does is, because it's highly acidic, it'll kill pathogens, it'll kill bacteria, and it'll kill parasites and toxins in the stomach. Because when they're killed, they can't actually cause systemic inflammation, damage the gut lining, or anything like that. And what it'll also do is it'll also keep H. pylori at bay, which is a negative gram bacteria. And if you get H. pylori, then you will not be able to get rid of it, apart from if you do certain factors. You could maybe take antibiotics from the doctor, or you could maybe get something called Matula tea. I will do another YouTube video on H. pylori. And also it helps to stop somebody from getting small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, and candida, which is a yeast overgrowth. So it'll help kill off pathogens and bacteria to keep the body internally healthy. And the last point that it does is that it'll help, it's needed for certain nutrient absorption and nutrients that are vital. So it's needed for B12, iron, zinc, magnesium, and calcium absorption. So if we look at zinc, zinc's needed for a lot of different functions in the body. It's needed for sex steroid hormone production, and it's also needed to help stop testosterone converting or aromatizing into estrogen. If we look at B12, B12's needed for a lot of different functions: neurotransmitter conversion, energy production, the list is endless. And then if we look at iron and magnesium are minerals that are needed again for thyroid function, sex steroid hormone production and conversion. And also it's needed for hemoglobin production, so we actually can carry oxygen around the body. So as you can see, just from this video, stomach acid is so important. That's how it works, what it does, and what is needed to produce it. So if you're getting any of the symptoms, like upper abdominal bloating, heartburn or acid reflux, loss of desire to consume meats, then drop me a DM on Instagram and I'd be happy to help.